here to the Robotics Show and interviews and everything on yourliveevent.com. It's a weekly segment we do during the robotics competitions. And right now we're glad to be joined by Team 8586. And they're from Devils Lake, North Dakota. So we got Cameron joining us, also a mentor, Brenda Zinke, and Sophia and Rainiel. So thanks everybody for joining us here. We appreciate it. Brenda, we're going to start with you. Maybe give us a little background about the Devils Lake Robotics Club. When did it start, your members, and what y'all got coming up?
Okay, we started in 2020, so this is our 5th season. This year we have about 15 members, which is up. Last year I think we had 6, so we've more than doubled this year. Our Grand Forks competition, the Great Northern Regional, is this coming week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then we will also be traveling to the Granite City Regional in St. Cloud, Minnesota, April 2nd through the 5th. And to join robotics, we put announcements on our morning announcements. We hang flyers up, and we start right away in the fall when students can join, and we do activities all year long.
Okay, awesome. Thanks so much, Brenda. And you started the program right in 2020, and then your first competition was 21?
Yep. And that one was virtual because of COVID. So
Okay, yep. All righty. Sounds good. Thanks, Brenda. Cameron, you're going to be up first here. Let's start with you for our questions, and we'll ask a question, then we'll just go once someone's complete. Sophia, you're up next, and then Rainiel. So Cameron, how's the robotics club going this year?
Yeah, a little uneasy. We had some holdups. We were trying some design ideas, and it just stalled us for quite a while, and a lot of them did not go through. So we've had to gone back and redo designs again and rebuild again. And so we're kind of on crunch time.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all there is to say.
Sophia, you have anything to add?
It's been going. We do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Rainiel.
Yeah, agreeing to them, and then I hope we just get the things done.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, Cameron and Sophia, we're going to ask this question to you because you've been in the club for 2 years now. Rainiel, I think you said, or Rainiel and Cameron are 2 years now. Sophia's first. So Cameron, maybe talk about the processes compared to last year and compared to this year now.
We tried doing the designs by ourselves, and our team, we found out, was not capable of making designs by themselves. And so we had to go with pre-planned designs, and that's what we're doing now, trying to get back on track, basically.
last year's, what did you?
Last year's, it went pretty well. We just basically did mostly design. We did some tweaking. It was like the kit bot or whatever. We just did some tweaking to it, made it to our kind of preference and whatnot. It went a lot smoother last year, but it's pretty much all.
Like, yeah, last year was like the easiest for us, and this year was kind of like some problems, like
Little
going through it.
hiccups.
But yeah, I hope we just get the things done and working for this competition.
Yep, that's coming up this week. You'll be taking off Wednesday. It's a 3-day event, right?
Yep.
Okay, good deal. Let's talk about each of your roles. Cameron, you're up first.
I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I do a lot. I do the building of the robot, programming, electrical work of it, just anywhere I could sneak in or whatever. It's just I know a lot and I do a lot, so it's kind of a leader too, because I tell the other people how to do things and what they should do and whatnot. Just yeah, everything basically.
You know the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sophia?
I'm mostly just the photographer and art part of the club. It's newest.
Okay, and Rainiel?
I work on the media teams and stuff. Mostly working on the t-shirts, the lab coats we're wearing this year,
The lights.
the lights, the bumpers we're making it. Then yeah,
You also cut up.
yeah,
And-
I also help with sometimes building the robot and stuff like that.
And the impact award.
Oh yeah, and the impact award also I worked on it. It was pretty.
Okay, awesome. Alrighty, and then how about goals for 2025? And Brenda, you can chime in too. Cameron, maybe we'll start with you first.
I think we really got to work on our designing abilities and maybe plan ahead this time and not do risky decisions and better have a fallback plan in case things don't go so well. Elsewise, I mean, there's not much change. It was mostly just bad planning this year, and just doing risky decisions and not having a good fallback plan. That's
Yeah, and I think our goal is to work as a team better. I guess that would be one of my goals, to make sure we're all kind of on the same page. And because like what Cameron was saying with decisions, is some kids thought they could do things and we're kind of in charge of, and then that didn't carry through. So, having that to make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be and working as a team.
Okay.
How about you?
Teach people to be more organized and productive. And probably to double check what they're doing. Because people need to do that more.
Our goal probably, yeah, teamwork, and then play good this competition.
Finish the robot.
Yeah, finish it, then play good.
yeah.
Mhm.
There's I heard, isn't there over 50 teams in this one coming up this week, or is it more or less? Or
I think it's 50 some. I don't know if it's 53, 54, somewhere around there.
okay.
Yep.
And it's is it North Dakota, Minnesota?
Yep.
hmm
Okay.
And I
And
think,
I think it's Iowa.
yeah, I don't remember if there were some teams from Iowa.
Yeah,
South
there's a
Dakota,
team from Iowa this year, I think.
and maybe Canada. I don't know. Last year Canada was there. I don't know if they will be again.
Okay, and it's at the Alaris Center, and folks can show up to watch too, right?
Or
Good.
watch it live on Twitch, I think.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yep.
Good deal. Favorite part, favorite, we can kind of talk about both. Favorite part of robotics, favorite memory maybe from this year, anything that kind of sticks out, for you that you'd want to talk about. Cameron?
My favorite part is just building a robot. That's really it. I just like building things. I like building robots and whatnot. So, and of course, it's got the competition aspect to it. So it's like, who can have the best of the best robot? So,
My favorite part is seeing the growth in team members, and even like this, doing interviews like this for students who maybe don't like to talk to people, that just seeing them grow, like Rainielle and Cameron from last year, I can see the growth in them just doing this interview. And I like to see that in my students. And that's more important to me than the robot, but the robot is the vehicle to get us there. It's the purpose that we come together for, so that I can see them grow.
My favorite part is probably working with everyone and just being able to be doing something, just anything.
My favorite, probably the talking to people like about their ideas to some things like that, and then of course the robot too.
Getting things done.
Okay, awesome. Another question here before we let you go. Any skills like any specific skills that you need to join the robotics club, or can you just join, or like how does that all work? Cameron, if you want to start?
I don't know if you're trying to get at like requirements. As for requirements, not really. It's just if you want to join, you can join. It's fine. generally we'll teach you as you do things,
Yeah.
as you work on our team. As for like skills required for the robot, yeah, you do need skills. You need to know how to program. You need to know how to basic metal working and assembling even a nut and bolt and wiring and whatnot. Even design too. Got to be good at art and
Be
Yeah,
responsible.
being
Yeah.
responsible. Yeah, being a team member, sharing ideas, and being able to communicate well. Just everything that goes along with being a team.
For skills, it would probably be communication, teamwork, and just be want to learn. You can't just join and then not do anything because that's not productive. Oh, and just have logic, please.
Yeah.
Don't do something without fully thinking through it.
And I also agree with her because we don't have any requirements to join the robotics because we're like a small group, and we just accept anyone who's like willing to do or like
Just to join.
yeah, join and willing to do stuff.
Just be willing
Yeah.
to be in it, and then if you aren't, please don't leave.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
don't
Just do something, please.
be a nuisance. Just do something. That's it.
I agree that we are open to anyone to join, and there is a niche for almost everybody. I think everyone can find their strong suit. So we work with them to help them find that too, and let them try everything so they can find that.
Brenda, maybe talk about how often you guys, or how often you meet. Is it after school, before school, or how does that all work?
Yeah, we usually meet after school, 3:30 to 5:30-ish, 6:30 sometimes. We've met some weekends, some after, or like days off, like this past Friday, we had spring break. So we worked from 9 to 3 trying to get the robot done. We work some Saturdays and Sundays. But during the build season, we of course meet more in the fall and off season. Then we meet like maybe once a week. After school usually is when we meet though, so.
Okay, one more question. I just thought of it. What are you guys feeling heading into heading into Grand Forks? That's gonna be at the Lara Center this week. Nervous, excited? Cameron, what do you think?
A little nervous. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on the robot still. Functionality, it's 80% there. Actually competing, yeah, it's shaky. I don't know if it's gonna be competing too well.
No.
But hey, just we're trying.
I'm anxious too. We got it put together pretty good yesterday and then we realized it was too tall. So that's kind of our issue. We need to take it apart again and cut it down, so. I'm a little nervous. How about you?
I'm
Nervous,
feeling the same thing as you guys.
but I do know one thing. Our lights and our bumpers will look cool. Maybe at least one of the lab coats as well.
Mm,
At least one. One I know does look good.
our media will be spot on this year.
Yeah.
The robot,
It's getting there.
It's getting,
It's getting there.
it'll get there. We'll get it there.
All right, well, awesome. Thanks so much, everybody. We appreciate you taking time and chatting with us here on your live event. Anybody else have anything to add at all? Okay. All right. Well, awesome. Well, thanks so much. And good luck at Grand Forks this week. And then when's the St. Cloud you said? I think is that
April
coming?
2nd through the 5th.
Okay. Okay. Good deal. All right. Well, good luck then, and good luck this season. And thanks again for joining us. Have a great rest of your day.
You
You
too.
too. Thank you.
Yep, you bet.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
I'm PJ Rund, and I live in Mission Court in Ada, Minnesota. Here, there are a lot of people like it here. Well, what could be better?
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators, and there's always some activities around here.
You can't help but like it here. That's what I say.
Gordon Construction of Mahnomen is a Native American-owned business proudly operating on the White Earth Indian Reservation since 1983. As a bonded general contractor, Gordon Construction provides years of experience in large, detailed, and within-budget projects. Gordon Construction is committed to the safety of its employees and the environment of its work sites. To learn more about Gordon Construction of Mahnomen, visit gcmahnomen.com or call 218-935-2191.
I am here with our Backwards Bots team joining me today for a fun interview. Now that we're pretty far into the robotics season, and you guys want to introduce yourselves, your name, grade, and what role you play in for the team.
I'm Evan Mount. I am in grade 10 and I am the driver.
I'm Stephanie Hill and I'm also in grade 10 and I help build the robot and I'm like the cart technician.
I am Ben Schlungen. I am grade 9. I am media and also technician as well.
I'm Rory Earnhardt. I'm grade 8 and I'm a welder.
A grade 8 welder. Impressive. Yeah. So, like I said, we're pretty far into the season now, and so what can you guys tell me about the robot? First of all, does it have a name?
It does have a name. Its name is Sandy, right?
Yes.
Yep. It's been doing well. We went to a regional and we did actually end up winning it. But we had a lot of rough bumps. I broke the robot a lot, and it's all fixed now. We're ready for the next one, but it's pretty good, I guess.
Do you mind me asking how you broke the robot, driver?
I was a defensive robot for a good portion of the finals, and just ramming into the other robots is what broke most of the robot.
I see. I guess that would definitely do it. That would definitely cause some damage to the robot. And so, was that probably the only bumps you guys had to deal with on this so far?
Some programming, that's kind of an issue. We don't have an autonomous mode, which is where it drives itself. But I don't know anything else.
And then also we had a little bit of difficulty with what was it? The algae intake.
The algae intake where it grabs the really big green balls and just
sucks them up, kind of.
Yeah, that was kind of hard to
deal with and everything. And then the coral chute to where it intakes it from the coral station. When we drive up there, that was having to find the perfect angle. And so we had to find the perfect angle. Then when our welder welded it, it moved a little bit. And so the angle got a little messed up, but it still works out and it's still pretty good. So that's
okay. That is very good to hear. And congratulations on winning the regionals as well. That's really exciting stuff. What was your guys' initial reaction when you won it?
So me and along with 2 other team members that are unfortunately not here with us right now, we did not expect to get picked into the number 2 alliance, and So we were kind of expecting some of the lower teams that were picking alliances to maybe think about us, but we got picked by one of the best teams, and the reaction of our programmer was just priceless. She was just like, I was like, we went out there, and it was very exciting.
I can imagine, man. And so, what's probably been the biggest learning curve you guys have had to go through, I guess individually for your specific role?
Um, well, for us, or for me, it was the driving, because it is our first year, even with the swerve drive, and it's my first year driving. What about you?
I don't quite know. It's kind of more of like the prototyping and everything, kind of like thinking of what we had to build and everything for like to pick up stuff and everything.
Yeah, definitely prototyping, trying to build and trying to, for me personally, I don't have good communication skills.
Just learning how to make a strong weld so the weld doesn't break when we're driving.
Were you a first-time welder this year, or okay? So it was kind of a learning on the fly thing for you.
Yep, it was.
Yeah. So you'd confidently say you've improved a lot?
Oh yeah, I've definitely improved.
What would you say was probably the most difficult part about learning how to weld?
Finding the right angle was really hard, especially when we had the robot on the ground. It was hard to find the right angle there.
It seems like angles is kind of a heavy theme in some of the struggles, whether it's the angle of the robot trying to pick up the giant what was it, like tennis balls or something that you guys had to
It's
pick
a
up, or
it's a giant green inflatable ball.
Mm, yeah. So what are some of the other tasks that the robot had to do besides the crane game, I guess?
Um, well, it had to climb, but we cannot do that. And it had to reach up to the top, and we had some issues with our first version of that. So we kind of redid it after the first regional. And it's working a lot better now.
So it can climb now?
No.
Okay, so I guess moving forward, because we still have some season left, what will be the changes needed to try and find a way to get it to climb?
Um, we tried throwing together a climber. So we had 2 weeks. Our regional, we actually leave tomorrow for our next one. And um, we tried throwing together a climber for it, and we tried it again today before this meeting, and it didn't work. So we're not gonna climb. It's I don't know what we would do. There's no room on the robot.
I see. Yeah, I guess that would certainly create an issue as well. So then, what's been the biggest change that you guys have had to make to the robot?
Probably the ratchet strap rope that we put on the elevator instead of a chain.
Yeah. So before it was run by a motor and a gear that reached up to the top, and it would just spin on a different gear, and the chain would be attached to the level of the elevator that would move. So when the gear would spin, it would go up. But we couldn't figure out a way to stop the gear in time to, besides me letting go of the button, to so it doesn't like get too close to the top, and the motor would be so strong that the piece of metal that it was sitting on would bend up, and it's a pain to put it back together. So we made a stronger bracket with a well, it's the same motor but a different gearbox, and then it's also instead of a chain, it's a ratchet strap.
Whose idea was it to try a ratchet strap?
It was our mentor's idea, but we had to think of something fast.
Yeah,
I
we were
don't-
kind of skeptical at first because we were thinking it could like wear down easy and break, but it actually is holding up pretty well. And we have a few spares just in case if it does break. It's a pretty easy fix.
Well, it's good to hear that you're staying ready just in case. And so, speaking of your mentor, how hands-on has he been in the process, or has he been letting you guys kind of do everything on your own?
He kind of tells us what to do. He doesn't help very much, but
It just depends on the day, honestly, because like some days he'll be more hands-on than the others. Like he'll be like, okay, you do this, and then I'll help you put the gearbox together or something like that. And it's more of
it's more
he'll
of
help out
it's-
where he needs to
yeah,
be.
it's more of I'll help you and teach you how to do it, and then you do it alone next time, instead of him just doing it all.
And I think that's a good way to do it. I kind of like that. And I'm guessing that's something that works for you guys as well.
Yeah.
So you guys mentioned at the time of this recording, it is Tuesday, March 11th, and on tomorrow, the 12th, you guys are going to another regional. So what's the big expectation for that one?
We want to be a very efficient robot at scoring the coral. Last time we were somewhat efficient, but we were more chose for our defensive capabilities instead of our offensive capabilities. So we want to score more points. We want to be fast at it, and it's our first time going out of state for regional, so it's really exciting, and I hope it's very fun.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be a pretty fun road trip too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're always fun.
Yeah. How do you guys usually try and waste the time during road trips?
So we either play games together on our phones, or our mentor, Mr. O, is just this really funny guy. So he's got a whole bunch of stuff to say at random points in time that make us laugh, and it's hilarious.
Or like last one, we played music and then we were drinking energy drinks in like the whole back row. And then our like mentor and I think, were you up front?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, our mentor and Ben S were up front talking the whole time.
Yes.
It was fun. And then in the other suburban, everybody else was asleep.
We didn't have any energy drinks.
Yeah.
I guess he drank all the energy drinks on the way to the contest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you guys for this time, and I want to wish you very best of luck and safe travels. Because I'm guessing you're going over to North Dakota for the one on Wednesday. Where specifically are you guys going?
Grand Forks.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I want to wish you guys the very best of luck and safe travels heading over there. And again, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Looking for a bank that truly cares about your financial well-being? That would be the First National Bank of McIntosh. Their experienced staff is dedicated to providing exceptional customer service and helping you find the right financial solutions for your needs. From personal to business banking services, they have everything you need to take control of your money. Plus, their commitment to the local community means that your money stays where it matters, right here in McIntosh. Trust First National Bank of McIntosh, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
In today's competitive market, your company needs a manufacturing partner that can deliver high-quality products, on-time delivery, and unmatched expertise. Team Industries of Bagley has been a leading provider of precision machining and manufacturing services for over 50 years. Whether you need custom-made parts, precision engineering, or complete assembly services, Team Industries of Bagley can help you take your manufacturing to the next level. Visit their website today to learn more about their capabilities or give them a call to schedule a consultation. At Winnie Mac School, we're shaping the leaders of tomorrow with dedicated teachers, a strong sense of community, and opportunities to excel in academics, arts, and athletics. We strive to give every student a chance to succeed. From kindergarten through high school, we offer a supportive environment where students can grow, learn, and discover their full potential. Together, we're building a brighter future. Join the Winnie Mac family, where education and community go hand in hand at the Winnie Mac School.
This is the Your Live Event Robotics Show here, joined by Red Lake Ogeechee Dog, team 7235. And guys, I'm just going to have you introduce yourselves real quick before we get into how your season's been.
My name's Casper.
My name's Selena.
I'm Miss Ketterling, the coach.
All right, wonderful. And then Casper and Selena, if you just want to go over your roles in the program and then how many number of years you've been in this program.
I am the safety captain, and I've been on the team for about 3.5 years.
Well, you've helped build.
How long have you been on the team for?
A year.
Real loud.
I help with building, and I've been in there for only a year. You see?
Yeah. And then Ms. Caroline, also, what is your role overseeing here as well, too?
I'm the coach and mentor and transportation organizer and anything else, meal organizer, and all of the above. This is my 8th year on the robotics team.
Very nice. And then Casper, just what does the safety captain do, and just describe what the role does that you perform here on the team.
Basically, my job is to ensure that me and my teammates are following safety protocols within the rules so we don't get in trouble. So like, I gotta remind them if like they have long hair to put their hair up, and to make sure they don't have any loose jewelries or loose clothing that will get caught in things, and just basic reminders of safety.
Yeah. And then for Selena, just take us through kind of like the building process and the building season that you've had for this year's program.
What did you do the day you were there?
I don't know what those were. I was unscrewing stuff.
You're riveting.
Oh, riveting. You were taking off the rivets for the belly pan. Yep. Underneath, we reused part of our belly pan from one year to the next, and we had riveted on, so she had to unrivet and then we re-riveted it on.
Impressive. And about how many students do you have involved in the robotics program this year?
We've had up to 20 in various stages of involvement. We'll be taking 7 with us to the competition we're going to leave tomorrow to go to Grand Forks up at the Great Northern Regional.
Very fun. And so you guys have already been to an event this year, have you?
Yes, we went to Duluth.
Yes, and just take me through how that experience was for Duluth, and just how that first event went for you guys this year.
It honestly went really good this year. The only thing we had complications with is mostly the robot breaking most of the matches that we did. But other than that, we did pretty good, winning half of our other games that we played in.
Very nice. And what are some of the improvements that you think you've been able to make, whether it's from last year to this year, or from Duluth moving into Grand Forks even?
I want to say we're able to climb more better than what we did last year on our robot. We weren't able to use that climber at all because I don't even think it was able to function without breaking more than once during the matches. So this year we're more able to climb than we did last year.
We've had a couple of people mention the climbing aspect. So for those that are maybe new into watching robotics this year, take us through what you program each of your robots to perform task-wise.
The robots are are programmed to perform many like how would I object it? Like obstacles. They're programmed to perform different obstacles throughout the game, like picking up and placing, or like just carrying around throughout the match.
Anything else you guys have to add to it? Kind of just what does a robotics meet look like, and what happens when you go on there?
When we're in our match, can I talk? Okay. The first 15 seconds are autonomous. So we're programming our robot to be able to move out of our safe area and go to the coral reef and then place a piece of coral in the first level. That's new for us. We've added that as an improvement. And then we're probably going to mostly do algae because we can pick up the algae from the ground really well and put it in the processor. So we could be of value to an alliance in getting the cooperation ranking point because that counts if there's any kind of tiebreaker when it gets down farther down the road for qualifications. So we feel that we can consistently feed the algae into the processor. We also can do the first level of the coral if that's what our alliance needs us to do. We practice that on Saturday. And then our end game is to be able to hang or on the coral, the deep, which is the lower piece that hangs from the barge, and we could get up off of that. And I think we'll be pretty consistent since we strengthened our climber after coming back from Duluth. So we're real excited, and our drive team has more practice now because we went to Duluth thinking without having any of our new drivers having any practice. So they were essentially practicing most of our competition matches.
Very nice. And then for Selena and Casper, and then Sandy, of course, if you have anything else to add after it, but just take me through like what's the environment like at a match? You have a lot of different teams that are going to be planning to be at this Grand Forks match, and I'm sure we're in Duluth as well. So what is the environment like once you are there at the match?
Well, I know for starters that once we get into the Grand Forks tomorrow, I believe we're going to be helping set up the field. And then after that, usually what competition really looks like to us is just like a social environment filled with like crowds of other kids from like other states or other schools that we've never heard or seen of before. And it's just like a big competition community type game.
Definitely.
And the helpfulness, our robot has broken when we've come off the field, and we've had 2 or 3 teams come by and say, "Can we help you fix that? We noticed that you broke down. Do you need any parts? Do you need anything?" They're extremely helpful because we all want everyone to be as successful as we can, and it's very powerful.
Absolutely.
To have that kind of professionalism that they'll come, even though they're going to be competing with us in a future match. They want us to have the best robot that we can.
Absolutely. Yeah. And what are you guys looking forward to most about getting to this meet and just improving and just building on what you've already done with Duluth and years past?
What do you think?
I want to come home with more rewards.
Oh, wants to come home with more awards, more wins,
More accomplishment.
more accomplishments. That's very positive, very positive. And we have the capability of doing that. I feel that we're going to show even more growth than we have in the past, and we've been working on our teamwork and our being kind and to be able to make sure that everybody has a positive experience, and it's going to be our best competition yet.
Wonderful. And why should someone get involved with robotics? What have you, Casper and Selena, what have you gotten out of robotics as just a positive takeaway?
Um, I want to say the highlight of my reasoning for joining robotics is that I got to travel to a state that I thought I would never travel to from being a person from not this state. I wouldn't think I would travel to other different states that I couldn't imagine. And just the just being there in a game itself. I never really liked sports or any kind of competition games at all until I heard about robotics.
Anything, Selena?
Oh no, I'm just kind of quiet.
Okay. I agree with Casper that as a coach or mentor, I've really enjoyed being able to give my students um, experiences that they wouldn't normally get to do. Like through a grant through Apple, we were able to take our students to an out-of-state competition last year, and we got to go to Las Vegas. And in Las Vegas in March, or is a pretty cool thing. It was much warmer there than it is here, and we got to all fly. Some of my students had never flown before, and so we got to do all these cool experiences, even more than just building the robot. I get to give them soft skills and communication skills and um, yeah, just it's way more than just the robots.
Very cool. And we only have a couple of the team members represented here, but what are just some of the other branches that make a robotics team go and make the team flow?
Um, we have our programmers. Hello. We have programmers, we have the drive team, we have the build team, the safety team, the business team, the media team, and
Impact
we have the impact team as well.
and outreach. We try to go to in the off season. We try to go to powwows and promote STEM, and that's been something unique that we can do because our school is on the reservation, and we can tell other people about. So that's been unique for us.
Yeah, very cool. And you mentioned impact. So what impact do you think this robotics club has had so far, and where do you think it can go in the future?
We've had an impact on one student at a time, and we show growth by building. Um, our robot gets better every year. We don't have a big engineering base up here, but we can usually build a robot that can compete. The past few years we've built the EveryBot, and so we've been growing on our capabilities and our what we can um, how we build the robot. And then we're also building all those soft skills, communication skills, because some of my students can be shy and not very outgoing when I first meet them and get them into robotics. And by the end of the 4 years, they're talking to other teams and strategizing with the alliances, and it's been really powerful to watch that growth. And I have to just say it's the soft skills that we see a lot of growth in.
Yes, that's amazing. Anything else that you guys want to mention here before we sign off and you guys get to your competition this week?
Got anything? We appreciate you coming in. Can we mention some of our sponsors?
Absolutely.
All right. We had a number of sponsors that have helped us out this year. Apple and the Red Lake Boys and Girls Club, the Red Lake Chemical Health, Red Lake High School, our school district has been great with us, and we got a grant through St. Cloud State, and I'm probably forgetting some people, but we just appreciate them so much. And it's been great to be able to afford to take the kids to 2 events. Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming on. It is Red Lake Ogeechee Team 7235 joining us on the YLE Robotics Show. Thank you guys and have a great day.